Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Russian tier 10 premium medium tank, the OBJ 907. Now this is a tank that you can get for 450,000 free XP, and is it worth it over a lot of the other 450,000 free XP tanks? I wouldn't say it is. I'd say it's decent, especially after it got buffed. Before it got buffed, absolutely not. It was pathetic. But they buffed it and they made it so it was just a bit more competitive. But there's a lot better 450,000 free XP tanks out there. Obviously, like I think the M60, personally for me anyway, I think the M60 is like better. The Chilin, you know, or tanks like that. But that's not, like I said, it's not to say that this tank is bad, right? Because this tank isn't really that bad. It's all right now. Like before it got buffed, and it had like I think it was very similar to the T22 mediums. Now, it was just not that great. Like the DPM was shocking, and it just killed the tank really compared to all of the other Russian mediums. And it was in a very similar state to what the T22 medium is in now, which is just pathetic. But like I say, now it's not too bad, and I do enjoy this tank a lot. I actually play this tank more than I do sort of stuff like the 140 T62A. But you know, I think it can be enjoyable. It can be enjoyable, and that's it's a decent tank. It's just not better. Is it worth playing the 450,000 free XP over some of the other tanks if you haven't got the other tanks? You know. So this game that we are in on Sunset Coast was quite a while ago, and this was when the T22 medium tank first came out. And I think Swindle's playing his T22 medium, and I'm like, you know what, I've played that tank enough. It's garbage. You know what, I'm going to play a tank that's not as good. Well, you know, that's not that great of a tier 10 Russian medium, but is 100 times better than that tank. So I took out this, and we had a pretty decent game. And on Sunset Coast at the minute, we're being pretty aggressive. It's in counter, and I'm in the open at the minute. Like I said, I'm in a very aggressive position currently, and as you can see, it was probably close. This game was probably closest to when 6.0 first happened, because we've still got the XP stuff down at the bottom here. The view range cone ain't right. The red is still brighter. But yeah, it's probably a testament to how much I play tier 10, or how often I play tier 10 and pick a tank like the OBJ 907 over some of the other stuff. Now, unfortunately, we've been YOLO'd by this LTCB, and we get very lucky to survive there. He ends up setting us on fire, which cost us a lot of health. And we got lucky that we survived, because we managed to shoot him and track him, and therefore one of my teammates managed to kill him, whereas he would have probably killed me there, which would have been bad. We're now trying to put some shots into this Carnarvon to try and hopefully shut him down. We do shut him down, and we're up to 4k damage, which ain't too bad. The artillery spotted, no one else seems to be shooting it. It's like, well, you've always got to shoot the piggy. Piggy's out there, shoot it, kill it, get rid of it. We shut down the piggy, and now we're going to move on to see if we can get some shots into the back of this Type 5 Heavy. Now, obviously, Type 5 Heavy is a bit awkward to pen with the standard rounds. It's one of those that I might load heat for, but I decided, you know what, there's easier targets. This Badger is in front of me that was, you know, in an awkward place, pretty much. If he turned around to shoot me, I was dead. We've got this artillery that we shut down to get the Pascuchis, because, you know, it's like the second best battle in the game behind the Dimitrius. And now we actually have the back of this Badger. He's just not bothered. And he's finally turned around. Like, I shot him earlier on. I'm pretty sure someone else shot him as well. And it wasn't cue for him to turn around. That's, yeah. But now he is charging me, and I'm like, you know what, no, that Badger is not something that I'm going to sit in front. So what we're going to do is we're going to get around the side of him using this little ledge here so that he doesn't charge us. And you know what, I'm going to ignore him. I'm just going to try and shut down this STRV. We low roll decent amount, and we finish him off with the second one. Now the Badger is still coming after me, and he's actually not turned his attention. He's actually still going after the other medium tank. I didn't expect that at the time. I actually thought that guy was going to come after me, but he was so focused on that medium tank that he let me put some shots in. Unfortunately, we didn't get to finish him off, but we still ended up with a really nice game in the 907 on Sunset Coast. And that finished that game with 6 kills, 6.5k damage, 942 assistance, And generally, yeah, a pretty nice game for the tank. We've got Ace Tanker, Pascucci's, High Caliber, Top Gun. You know, the Pascucci's being the second best battle in the game because Dimitri's is best. 1800 base XP as well. Nice game for the tank. Like I say, the 907, it's not a bad tank. It was, trust me, it was a bad tank. But when they buffed the DPM to be pretty decent, and then 6.0 came along as well and helped it out with the cruise skills, it became a tank that's like, yeah, this is alright, this is okay. But is it like that, like I say, is it that outstanding tank that you want to be going, you know what, I'm going to go out and spend my 450,000 free XP on this tank? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. So this time we're on Arctic region. No, it's Cliff. No, I see. I got it that time. It's Cliff. Cliff again. Yeah. Right. We're on Cliff, and I swear this is like the 4th video in a row we've had Cliff. It's a testament to how bad the map rotation is at the minute, and just how limited we have maps. Right. It's grinding at times. When you see a map like Cliff back to back, you're just like, again. So yeah, I mean, it means that we end up seeing the same maps all the times on these replays. It's a bit annoying, but it's the way it is. Hopefully the new maps that we get through the 7. I assume it's 7.0 is what they're going to call the update. The next update anyway, that's coming in like a couple of weeks time. Hopefully we'll get those 4 new maps. Hopefully they're available for the World War II section, and we can, you know, have more maps and enjoy them. And then Minto has been saying in the streams that obviously we've got the new map, the reworked maps, which is Westfield, El Alamein and Overlord, and you know, he's given the hints that, well, think about one of the maps. Oh my good lord, sorry, that was beautiful. 1200 ammo rack on that T95 E6. That poor dude. Anyway, yeah, Minto's been saying things, you know, just think about the date. Overlord, what's Overlord based on? D-Day. D-Day, 6th of June. So you never know. And they're saying early summer. Well, that is early summer, right? So you never know. That's not obviously a date that he's not saying that is when the maps are going to come, but it's an indicator, right, of when it could possibly be around. So anyway, I'm taking an aggressive position on Cliff. Forget the maps. And I was kind of lucky I didn't lose more health there, because that position I was in, where I got that shot into that waffle, you do tend to get arted very easily on it. And not just that, if there's anything else that's camping at the back on the A line, and well, on the 1-2 line, they can hurt you, and a lot of the time you don't spot them back, and that's really quite annoying and quite bad. So you don't often want to take that position. You want to be coming up here instead and getting shots out. Unfortunately, that charioteer disappeared, so we couldn't quite see him to get shots in. That shot flew straight into the smallest little position I had a shot at him, which is nice. There's this Guerrilla 15 in the base that I'm deciding, you know what, I want to kind of get a shot at this guy. We're hull down with our turret, which is really good, so I'm quite confident to sit in front of the Guerrilla with my turret here. We've changed up positioning a little bit there, because as you were seeing, we were having gun depression issues, and sometimes with the terrain, if you just move a slightly bit to the left, you can get the gun depression that you need to get shots. We auto-aim a shot into the back chat 15555 and finish him off. And I'm thinking, you know what, I want to get down behind these two. That light tank on the hill is going to be annoying because he's going to keep popping shots in. So, you know what, yeah, let's do it. We're going. I'm off. Ram this guy, shoot the Carnarvon if we reload in time. And that's the focus. Like, I knew there I could kill the Guerrilla with a ram. So I killed him and then shot the Carnarvon. It was just easier target priority there for me. And I knew that I would get the damage and get the kill on that guy, but also get more damage by shooting the Carnarvon and helping my friends who were trying to pop round the corner in front of the Carnarvon. Now, unfortunately, there on that GW Tiger, you saw me with the frustrated flick of the stick there. Like, we ended up destroying a destructible building, and in doing so, lifted the tank up so that the gun shot into the air and we missed that artillery, which is unfortunate because that meant we couldn't shoot the piggy, which is sad. But Piggy died, and there's now only 3 tanks left. There's 2 of them up there and a TD that's spotted on J56. So we know where the entire team is, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and get up here and get some shots into this T62A and 113. And what I want to do is try and get shots at these guys by using the bushes in front of me to keep unspotted while I can farm them. So we track that T62A, so it's like, okay, let's pop a shot, see if he's still there. He's not. Like I said, I want to try and keep these bushes in front of me. And they've actually got bushes in front of them as well. Which means I'm technically double bushed here. And unless they push really far forward to attack, I think it's Swindle in his Tusk, they're not going to spot me. So I just want to stay here because I'm getting, like, great shots. And fortunately enough for me, I managed to get that shot straight into the lower plate of the 113. Somehow went in. And we finished him off. And there's only one tank left. It's the TD on the far side. I think it's that Charioteer that we shot at earlier on. So we're going to try and progress to get over there to hopefully get shots, but he is trapped in a corner with artillery and a TD looking at him, and it looks like he's actually brawling another TD too. And, oh no, it was a 268 version 5, and the 268 version 5 gets shut down by the Gorilla 15. So we'll finish that game with a nice target if the end screen ever wants to work. If you have the 1S, this happened all the time for me, where this end screen just never wants to work properly. And it glitches out and you just see the background of the map. So we finished that game with 6 kills, 5.8k damage, ace tanker, top gun, high caliber. If you want to switch over to the scoreboard. Come on, friend. There we go. 1582 base XP, 2.8k assist as well. So we're looking at like, what, 7k combined. And a very nice game in the Object 907, which is one you don't see all that often. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time.
A great success!